Welcome to Fallout 76. This is Jim. In this video, we're going to take a look at the weekly challenges that we got that starts today, Tuesday, November 25th, goes to next Tuesday, December 2nd, 2025. Let's take a look at this week's weekly challenges and see what we get. Alright, we get some good ones here. Many videos on my channel that'll help you guys out. I get different ideas, different locations, easy areas, hard areas over there. If your brand's making a new player to the game, if you're a returning player, if you're an experienced player, this particular daily, weekly challenge is giving you a hard time or trouble. I'm sure you'll find a video on my channel that'll help you. Try to keep my videos as updated as I possibly can. Of course, you guys are awesome. The great comments and tips, which I greatly appreciate it. If you wonder why slightly more score than you, through the top right-hand corner of the screen, have a 25% boost. Of course, I claimed that right off the current season 22 season pass on 3 pages, a 5%, 10%, additional 10%, which you can claim by being a Fallout First member or by paying the 1,500 atoms for the season pass. I do apologize for the lateness of the video. I'm working my 12-hour day shift today, and I appreciate everyone's patience and support on these days. Now, talking about all this, I believe we are on the last week for the current season 22 season pass, because next Tuesday, December 2nd, 2025, we'll have a little maintenance break. We have a brand new update. It'll be a brand new season 23. So if you do have any tickets remaining from the current season 22 season pass, I recommend going through them and claiming some rewards off the season 22 season pass, because if you do not utilize your tickets do not re-roll as tickets to the next season. They will actually change into gold bullion. All right, so just a little mention there. Again, we do have all week, but I'll kind of try my best to keep mentioning to you, just to kind of keep reminding to you. All right, let's take a look here, guys. We have our work cut out for us here today. Some interesting ones we haven't had in quite some time. Let's take a look at this one here first. Build defense, appliance, or crafting items in a workshop or camp 10. Now you can go ahead and claim any workshop in the map will do, the one closest to your favorite one. And once you claim it, go ahead, you build your defense, appliance, or crafting items. You can build all the same thing and then scrap it, whatever you want to do. You can also build it in your camp. Now, these type of daily, weekly challenges pop up quite frequently, if not every day, seems like every day. And a lot of people will like to kind of add or modify their camp by using these particular challenges. You can definitely do that, build what you keep, or keep what you build, I should say, or you can just scrap them like myself, or if you're happy with your build. Now, if you do scrap them, I do recommend to build them in a little area where you're not inside of a building or a prefab, because you do accidentally run the risk of accidentally scrapping that stuff. So I've definitely done that before. Some of you had mentioned to me that you guys had done it before as well. So if you do end up building and scrapping like myself, just kind of build it in a little bit wide open area. Now, what I usually recommend, if you aren't planning on keeping it, we do have defense, appliance, or crafting items. We do have a couple crafting items that will cost us nothing at all to build. Let's go to our build menu here. We go down here to resources. We have crafting, all right? So if we go down here to these punch card machines, you can see it costs us absolutely nothing to build. You're only limited by the number that you can build in your camp, okay? So again, you can keep what you build, or you can build something like this that costs you nothing at all, no resources at all, so which is absolutely fantastic. You just go ahead and build what you need here. Again, it's up to you what you want to do, but it's just my recommendation. There we go. Build defense, appliance, or crafting items in workshop or camp. 10 for 10 done. Now, the build menu is still fairly new. When we first got a couple months ago now, I should say. Didn't really come with instruction manual, right? So I've been trying to add as much tips as I can to my videos. So we have our new build menu. We have build and modify. And it'll tell you in the top left-hand corner what button you have to select based on your console. I hit LS because I'm on Xbox. When I go to the modify section, this is where you can edit, add wallpaper, lock, blueprint, replace. This is where you can kind of pick your items up and move them around, okay? This is where you can just kind of scrap them as well, all right? And, of course, when you are scrapping these, if you did do it this way, you do get nothing in return. Usually you would get half of what you put into it, but, of course, it costs us nothing to build those particular items, so we get nothing in return. Just a little mention. All right, let's see what's next here, Jim. Weeklies, buddy. Weeklies. Let's take a look here, old pal. Scrap junk. Twitter's adhesive 15. So adhesive is a junk item, which you can use the bulk and scrap method at any Tinker's Workbench here in the game. Just walk up to any Tinker's Workbench, you go ahead and go craft. Go down here to bulk. Go down here to adhesive, to sort of bulk 1 adhesive. All you need is 10 X's adhesive and 2 plastic. In this case, you are going to have to bulk 2 of them, okay, because we need 15 adhesive, right? So you bulk your 2 adhesive, then you scrap them. It's hands down the fastest, quickest, easiest way to complete this daily challenge. It's more so for the folks that are kind of short on time, or for people like to get things done quick and easy. The bulk and scrap method is definitely where it's at for most junk items here in the game. Now we do have a couple camp resources available to us that will passively collect adhesive. One item is this curio cabinet. This is actually in the atomic shop this week, which is pretty awesome. It also collects raw asbestos, ceramic scrap, and access adhesive. Absolutely fantastic little camp resource to have, because adhesive is just one of those junk items you don't realize you use a lot until you're out, right? And just like, oh wow, really need to get some adhesive here, okay? And then we do have a what's called a tree sap collector. This is also, but I think this one here is in a bundle, but as you can see, passively collects 10 excess adhesive. I think I said 12 in the video, our Atomic Shop weekly update video. I think I said 12, but it's 10 excess adhesive while I played the game. But actually, again, absolutely fantastic little camp resource to get there as well. But I think the curio cabinet was by itself. Yeah, I just didn't know what the cost was. I think I paid 700 atoms for it last year. Just let me know if it's on sale or whatever, but a nice little camp resource. Another great way to get adhesive is, I believe, snallygasters. What are they called? Anglers are a good source of adhesive as well. Okay. Grafton monsters will have adhesive on them as well. All right. Great spot. What's it called? Military grade duct tape. You get quite a bit of adhesive from that as well as ballistic fiber. So right up here, Clancy Manor on the 2nd floor, right next to the Tinker's Workbench, there's a little shelf there. There's 3 military duct tape right there. And of course, there's 2 of them right here at Camp McClintock, right? So some great spots there. Another pretty good spot for adhesive in general, Mount Blair Train Yard. So if you do that BattleBot, that little event that happens down there, we do it all the time. Inside the bunker, there are, I believe, 3 large packages of duct tape, which gives you quite a bit of adhesive there as well. So lots of great options there for you guys. We're actually going to use the bulk and scrap method. We're going to go craft. Now again, we are going to have to bulk 2 of them, okay? As you can see, there's only 10 adhesive per bulk. We're going to bulk 2 of these bad boys here. There we go. Then we're going to back out. And we're going to scrap that bulk adhesive we just literally crafted here. There we go. Scrap junk to produce adhesive. 15 for 15 done. Just like that. Quick and easy, baby. Let's see what's next. Let's see here, Jimmy boy. Drink. Nuka-Cola 25. So we talked about the Nuka-Cola Collectron here a lot on the channel. It was actually on sale just a few days ago. And I actually made that part of the daily challenge video. This bad boy right here is on sale. It was on sale for 250 atoms. And anytime something like this pops up in sale in the Atomic Shop, I always try my best to make everyone kind of aware. But absolutely fantastic value, especially at 250 atoms. Okay, can't beat that. But as you can see, I'll passively collect different types of Nuka-Cola products. You also collect look at that, he has a twist on him. That's pretty awesome. You also collect the odd bottle or 2 as well. And again, usually once or twice a year, but it was the first time it actually came up was just a couple of days ago. The other variation of that, of course, if we go back to our build menu here real quick, under resources, collectors, these guys here, we have the quantum version. We actually get this one in Season 11 scoreboard where Nuka World on Tour was first brand new. Now this guy will collect Nuka-Cola products, bottles. We also collect purified water, nuclear waste, as well as ultracite scrap. So this guy here is pretty good to have, either or. But you guys have seen all 10 of my camps. I either have either or in the camps, but absolutely fantastic. Saves you a whole whack of time. If you're a person like myself that has multiple camps, you just fast travel to your multiple camps for free. You just kind of keep activating them and collect your Nuka-Cola that way. Absolutely fantastic. Now, I realize not everyone's going to have atoms and able to get this stuff, and that is absolutely fine. Some great spots where we can get Nuka-Cola products. Tyler County Fairgrounds, we have the Nuka-Cola stand. In amongst the roller coaster of Camden Park. The Nuka-Cola machine here at Green Country Lodge in the swimming pool area. Nuka-Cola machine here in the picnic table area in around Lewisburg. Nuka-Cola machine right up against the museum at the Philippi Battlefield Cemetery. You come here to Sunday Brothers Cabin. You just walk up the main driveway from where you spawn in towards the house. You don't go to the main house. There's a little shack on the left-hand side. Has a cane-to-cane roof. There's usually 4 Nuka-Cola Classic there. And, of course, one of the best spots is, of course, Nuka World on Tour, which is a free fast travel once when you discover. So let's pop in here today real quick. Now, you guys see me do this little run quite often here in the channel, but we're going to check out the run. It will change server to server. Doesn't matter what type of server you're on. 3 things can happen. Sometimes they just don't spawn in. Okay, that can and will happen. You guys have seen me do that, has experienced that with me over the years. If you have picked them up recently, you'll have to reset your game by picking up 250 items. Okay, and if you're stuck to a server with other people, you're in competition. We all have the same challenges. Okay, and you can come to these places and they'd be cleaned right out, so you'll have the server hop. Let's take a look here. But we're just going to go ahead and drink as we kind of go. Now, fun fact, if you do get a daily or weekly challenges where we have to collect Nuka-Cola, or any flavor of Nuka-Cola is what it's called, if you drink it by mistake, it also counts as collect. Just in case you guys are wondering. Now, you pop up here. Again, nice little spot. Again, it does depend server to server. All right. Check all these little, look, we got 3 of them. Oh, there's 4 of them in there. Oh, that's pretty decent. That's pretty awesome. Check those tables as well. Again, it's gonna, sometimes we come up here, sometimes we have 0 luck, we get skunked out. Other servers, we have good luck. Check these tables as well. Anytime you see an empty bottle, right, pretty good chance if you go to another server, it'll be filled. All right, check these 2 little stands here. These Nuka-Cola machines over here are pretty decent as well. Sometimes there'll be some quantums that come up in there, a bunch of bottles in there today. We're going to head right down here, show you the other spot down here to where to go. It's a nice little haul for sure. You can server hop, you know, public servers and keep trying it, right? And you'll eventually get your free Nuka-Cola products. As our old pal Gunther, he's a, in case you didn't know, he's a well-known streaker down here at Nuka World on Tour. He's been keeping his clothes on lately, though, so that's good. They must have had to talk to him there. This little shelf right here. And, of course, we have the old vending machines here. And one thing that's really great about the vending machines, you can server hop these all day long. Let's say you don't have a Nuka-Cola Collectron. Everywhere as you go, you can't find Nuka-Cola products to save your life. Buy them. Buy them at the end of the day. Save yourself a whole whack of time. As long as you have the caps, buy them. Now, fun fact, just kind of adding this in. If you ever do come to the vending machines and you see a Nuka-Cola Twist here, buy it. Because Nuka-Cola Twist is a very rare Nuka-Cola product here in the game. And sometimes we have to drink 2 Nuka-Cola Twists for daily challenges. I recommend if you come here, you see it, buy it. Because it's only a 50% chance that it'll actually spawn here. Alright? Little mention there. And you can server hop this all day long. And it'll just keep filling itself up. And one thing that's really good about the vending machines, we also have another place on the same server, and it's our old pal Bubbles. Bubbles is right up here at the White Spring Resort. Now, use the front door entrance, I like to call it here in the channel. Front door entrance, you go inside, you take it right up the stairs, through the tavern, through the medical bay, big wide open area where the responders are. You hang out left. There's a little store in there where a guy named Giuseppe trades things for stamps, but we have our old pal Bubbles. Same thing. You can empty out the vending machines, go up here, empty out Bubbles, server hop, empty out Bubbles, empty out the vending machines, and just keep doing it as long as you have the caps for it. And that's what I usually recommend for folks, okay, especially if you're short on time. Okay, now that we beat that to death, let's go ahead and drink our Nuka-Cola products just because we can. And, of course, you guys know me. I'm fully loaded here. Let's go ahead and drink her up here. There we go. Big Nuka-Cola 25 for 25. Another fun fact, if you played this game 3 years ago, when it said drink Nuka-Cola, you could only drink Nuka-Cola Classic. If you drink any other flavor, it wouldn't count. They actually made that change probably about 2.5 years ago. It's a good change. Let's see what's next. Let's see what's next, Jimmy, old pal. These ones, yep, these ones are all done. Good stuff. Let's take a look here. Kill a Yao Guai. So a Yao Guai bear 3. So many great spots we can find Yao Guai bears here in around the game. Let's take a look here. Flippy Battlefield Cemetery in the parking lot 1. Where are we at here? Dolly Sod's Wilderness, right where you spawn in. And then 1 a little bit further down towards the Dolly Sod's campground. So 2 there altogether. Pretty good spot here at the Mountainside Bread and Breakfast. So when you spawn in, you go down the train tracks, okay? And look at that, right down here, actually. This doesn't pop up very often for me, but it is here today, so that's quite interesting. Once when you get here, it's like the road kind of caved in a little bit. And it's probably looks like it's about 50 feet down. There'll be some rail cars down there, but there'll be 2 Yao Guai bear hanging out down there, but they're very high level because it's in the Savage Divide and are part of the Savage Divide. Or, no, it's not. Yeah, I think it is part of the Savage Divide. Anywho, or close to it, but they are high level either way. Just be very careful with those particular cats right there. Right here, Big Fred's Barbecue Shack. There are 4 foxes here, but I believe I get this mixed up every single time. I think it's right about here. You go once when you spawn in, you go through the parking lot, go through Big Fred's Barbecue Shack, and you just keep going that way. And there'll be a bear in there, level 50. He's called the Diseased Son of Fluffy. He's a roamer. He likes to roam around. So if you use free game, nothing wrong with that. I recommend using your VAT so you can kind of pinpoint him because he does roam quite a bit. Right down here, Skyline Valley region, we have the Commie Bear right here, right next to Camp Liberty. And inside Camp Liberty, I would say 9 times out of 10, right next to the bonfire area in a cage will be another Yao Guai bear. And 8 times out of 10, you come here to the Rabbit Inn camp, right in front of the brown house, right where you spawn in. There'll be a Yao Guai bear walking right by you. Yeah, that's pretty interesting there as well. So many great spots there for the old Yao Guai bears there. So let's go after the Diseased Son of Fluffy here, Big Fred's Barbecue Shack. Again, just 1 here, but we'll make a couple trips just to kind of show you some of these locations. I would say the ones by the Mountainside Bread and Breakfast are the hardest ones, right? Okay, so here's our foxes here. Shut this light off. I forgot I was melee player. So we're going to head, yeah, so it is this way, right towards this destination. Now, as I mentioned, this guy is, even though he's level 50, he is brutal, okay? You will probably get diseased from him because he is diseased. But use your VATs to kind of pinpoint him because he does roam. And there's a good chance he'll find you. Oh, there he is right there. As you can see, they're Diseased Son of Fluffy. Oh. And there we go. Uppercut. Good old uppercut. Fury to the slower plexus, baby. Yeah. Don't forget your loose springs and your waist acid from that cat. And your pencil. Yeah. So as you can see, sometimes he's over there. That's why I recommend using your VATs to kind of see where he's at. All right, so we need 2 more here. Let's go somewhere else, Jimmy boy. Let's go to Dolly Sod's Wilderness. Now, the guy that's further down by the campground, he's frenzied. He's a little bit of a lunatic. He takes great joy in clawing your face off. But we're going to go to the Dolly Sod's Wilderness here. The one that's roaming right where you spawn, and he's pretty decent to go after. All right, so he's going to be right on this road here. He's going to spawn out there. He's right there. We're going to jump on him here. Bam! Right in the old face. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Pull the old Assassin's Creed on him there. Wrong game, Jim. Wrong game. And if we head up here on the roof, just to kind of show you where his big brother's at there. He's frenzied. Oh, he's over there. See him? Yeah, he's frenzied. Yeah, he's a lunatic, that cat. Yeah, he's sniffing us out. See that? We're going to leave him alone. Let's get our 3rd guy here. We're going to go right up here to the Philippi Battlefield Cemetery. I'm probably brutalizing that, of course, but... yeah, look at that guy over there. Crazy. Bunch of ticks over here too. Nice. Two of them over there. See them? Just waiting. Sure, I'm on here. All right. So as I mentioned, there's going to be a bunch of mongrels here. We're going to run down here towards the parking lot. And he's going to be spawning in here. Oh, there he is right there. We're going to do the same thing. Bam! Right in the old face there. Holy, he's putting up a fight. There we go. Kill a Yao Guai. Get some fuel on him. Oh, what's going on here? Ouch. Little mole rat there. We got a mole rat. That's interesting. That is interesting for sure. Nice. Alright, let's see what's next. Talking about mole rats here. Let's go ahead. Kill a mole rat 15. A couple of great videos here on the channel. I have a couple standalone videos, and I have a video I made last year in 2024, which shows you multiple locations for mole rats. Let's take a look here. So it'll be 3 right here at the Green Country Lodge. Come right down here to the well stations. When you spawn here, you actually go down the train tracks. There'll be 2. You go down a little bit further like this, right around here, there'll be some ultracite crystals, like those greenish kind of crystals that come out of the ground. There'll be mole rats down there, but they're called ultramite. They will count as mole rats. There's usually 3 of them there. And then you loop right back around up the hill towards Welsh, and there'll be 2 more up there. Pretty good little spot. Right here, Riverside Manor. Fantastic spot for mole rats. Now, the manor out front and inside the manor will be full of scorched. But when you spawn in, you actually spawn on the road, and right by those tubes, there'll be 3, and on either side of the building and the back will be mole rats. This is a fantastic spot for mole rats. Probably about 6 mole rats hanging around Monica, but they're all spread about. And right here in the old forest area, gully mine. I like to use in the front door entrance. You can use the back door if you wish, but I recommend using the front door. Now, there'll be scorched on the outside, but there'll be mole rats on the inside, and maybe 1 scorched, okay? I believe the first time you come here, there'll be more scorched, but after that first time, there'll be mole rats. Like if you do the quest line, scorched, but then after that, be mole rats. So let's pop into gully mine here just to show you that. As I mentioned, there'll be, oh yeah, there's a mole rat horde, Cranberry Bog. Just noticed that there now, Jimmy. So these hordes that pop up are totally random. Sometimes they're other type of enemies, okay? But if you do get that horde, that's a pretty good luck. Sometimes they're in the forest area. Those guys are probably as high as they go. We're not going to bother with these scorch. We're just going to kind of blow right by them. We're going to go right to the mine itself. Now again, there will be at least 1 scorched in here, like in the beginning, but it'll mostly be mole rats here. So let's go ahead here. We're going to turn our light on just so we can see what we're doing. The scorch is usually over here. They're missing me and I'm missing them. Yeah, we knocked this guy. I didn't even realize we knocked only that flamer fuel. That's the 2nd time we got him across the flamer fuel and the flamer. Right. Going here. Yeah, this is a really good spot. Oh, uppercut, uppercut. Yeah, there's scorched down that way there. But that will lead you towards the back door. Alright. That's not too bad. It's a nice little hall there. Let's, how many do we got there? 11. So we need 4 more. Let's go to good old Welsh. This is the standalone video that I have. But the other videos I mentioned, I show you those multiple locations. They're all time-stamped, of course, but I still like to kind of pop in here once in a while. Again, we're going to go right down these train tracks here. Oh, over here, buddy. I'm going to punch you right in the face. There we go. Let's go right down these train tracks here. We're not going to bother with the mole miners. There's going to be two of them right on the left-hand side. There'll be the brood mothers. There we go. There we go. Keep going down the train tracks, as I mentioned. And you'll see these ultracite crystals way down the hill there, alright? So when you come down the hill, don't just be careful, don't kill yourself. And we have these ultramite down here, and they are also considered mole rats there. As you can see, there's the ultramite. See how it pops up there? Bam. Good job, Jimmy. Usually 3. Oh, there's the other getting away. There we go. One mole rat, 15 for 15. And as I mentioned, right up here. Oh, we can get up there. We're out of AP. Let's get up here like this, and there'll be 2 more right up here. As I mentioned. Bam. Bam. Oh, he dodged me there. Oh, he blocked me there, little bugger. Alright. There's our mole rats there. Pretty good. Let's see what's next here, Jimmy boy. I think it's a pretty good time here. Let's go ahead here. Yeah, we'll catch some fish 21. So in order to catch fish, you will need a fishing rod. There's only one way to get the fishing rod here in the game. That's to complete the quest called Casting Off, okay? That came out June the 3rd, 2025 update. You come here to Fisherman's Rest, which becomes a free fast travel once when you discover it. After that quest, very easy to do, but just in case you do run into any issues, I do have that quest here on the channel. But it's pretty straightforward. So once when you're done doing that quest, casting off, you get your fishing rod. You can craft your fish bits, craft your grilled fish, and do this daily repeatable quest, which pops up every single day. Big fish in a small pond. But you will need a fishing rod in order to fish, okay? Now if you never fished before, if you're new to the game, don't always go by the river system and lakes like this, right? Because sometimes there's no water at all. Sometimes the river system is too shallow and too narrow that you can't fish. But one place is guaranteed for sure, and that's right along here, the Ohio River. If you once when you start playing, you'll be able to know where where some spots are. There are some spots up to here you can go. A couple pools up here, Wave Village Water Park, but right down here, Ohio River, really good spots right down through here. I recommend Deathclaw Island. It's this nice little neutral area. The Deathclaw doesn't pop out until you get on the island itself. It's usually pretty quiet up here. There we go. Now let's put this away here. Now again, if you haven't fished before, you just walk up to a body of water. If you go in too far, it gets grayed out. Or if you get to a spot where that fish it's grayed out, whether if you're in a shallow area or what have you, where you just can't fish. But all you do, whatever button that is for you, that's what you select. A guy just whips out his fishing rod. Now, I recommend using common bait for daily, weekly challenges. At the end of the day, you can use whatever bait you like. I don't have a whole lot of common on me, so we're going to use some improved bait here, and we're going to do a little bit of fishing. We're not going to grab all 25 fish or whatever it is they're asking. We're just going to fish a couple, okay? Because fishing in this game is just like fishing in real life. It does chew up a lot of time, all right? Yeah, but we're just going to fish a couple of them here. And it doesn't really matter where you fish from. If it does, it will specify for daily, weekly challenges if it's looking for a particular region. But this one here, you can pretty much fish wherever. You are good to go. Oh, this is a good one here. Look at this. Oh, my God. Oh. Oh. Come on, baby. This is an axolotl, isn't it? No, it's not. What is that? It's a kind of a piranha. That's pretty good fish. Nice. And all fishes you get counted, you know what I mean? Common fish, legendary fish, uncommon fish. It's all good. All good to go. The main thing is you have to fish. If you have a fish trap, if you try to take the fish out of the fish trap, that does not count. You actually have to fish, okay? We have tried that. All right, there we go. Catch a fish. We'll do it one more time here. course, Deathclaw Island's right across from us, and he's not going to bother us because we're not over there. We're on this side of the Ohio River. It's going to be a salmon. I predict it's going to be a salmon. Maybe not. No, he's not a salmon. He's moving around too much for a salmon. Oh, there we go. There's our speckled axolotl. There we go. Right in the middle of the day. Sunny. Improved bait. This is like the third time we've got an axolotl in this exact location. Sunny out. Not raining in any way, shape, or form with just improved bait. Interesting. All right. That's enough fishing. And again, as I said, we're not going to bother, getting all 21. It'll just take forever. So that's good enough. You guys get the gist of it. Collect soap, 14. So lucky for you guys, I made a video maybe about 8 months ago showing you some great locations for soap. It is all time-stamped. Now, soap is one of those items here in the game which frustrates a lot of people. Is people will collect it and they'll collect all of it and then they'll try to sell it in their vendor, okay? And there's not enough soap to go around, right? Because we all have the same challenges. But hopefully my video that I made 8 months ago or so will help you out. Let's take a couple of great locations for soap. Pretty close to where we're at, Darling Sister's Lab, okay? Behind one of the wooden buildings, there'll be a red wheelbarrow with 7 soap in it. One of the most popular spots is a skeleton in the bathtub. It is due south of New River Gorge Bridge East, right about here. Now, 21 bars of soap, but that is the most popular spot, so just be wary of that. Right here, White Springs Mall. If you use the north entrance, go down to the mall. It is the spa, bunch of soap down there as well. There'll be soap in around the Garahan and Hornwright Estates. Lots of bathrooms there. Bunch of soap in around Fort Defiance. Some soap in around the Eastern Regional Penitentiary. Usually like in around Ghouls. Ghouls will have soap on them. I'm not saying every ghoul will, but you can try going after ghouls if you so wish. So we have the upper lower parking lot west of Vault 76. Lower section of Clarksburg. The roadway and monorail system of Morgantown. Not including Morgantown Airport, Mamadoches, and High School. I'm talking about the roadway and monorail system. Level 50 DMV building, Charleston Capitol building, White Spring Golf Club, White Spring Greens for your ghouls, all right? So we do need 14 soap. We're going to head to the skeleton in the bathtub. I'm on a server by myself, right about here. We're going to spawn here at the New River Gorge Bridge East. So a lot of people will try this and try my videos to help them. And hopefully they do. But once when you spawn in, we're going to head right to that large white and red tower there, okay? Well, a lot of people usually end up re-rolling it just because, as I mentioned, there's not enough soap to go around. And people just take everything. Bring our AP back up here. Be very careful when you come down this mountain. You don't have a jetpack. You will kill yourself easily. Now, there will be usually some enemies that eventually spawn in randomly when you're here. Just gotta keep that in mind. So here's our skeleton in the bathtub. And as I mentioned, 21 bars of soap. We're just gonna collect. I recommend just collect what you need. Try to be courteous to other people. There we go. Collect soap 14 for 14 done. Just like that. All right, let's see what's next here. Let's head back to our camp real quick. We're going to take a look at the next one. Making pretty good time here, actually. A bit better than I thought. All right, let's go ahead here. All right, so the next one here we have... Oh, Weekly Jimmy. Collect a board game 4. So we do have a camp resource available to us that passively collects board games. This is this games cupboard. Now, this is the OG one we got last year. We do have a White Spring version we got this year in 2025. Same exact thing. passively collect board games. I do recommend you get these because not only for the daily, weekly challenges, but as you can see, if we go transfer, board games gives you some pretty good junk items like antiseptic, nuclear material, asbestos, gold even. Okay, so these are great little things to passively be collecting in your camps, right? Absolutely fantastic. Plus they look fantastic as well. I do have a lot of older videos I have here on the channel made in early 2023. They're very short standalone videos, like maybe like 3 minutes long each at the very most. Show you some great locations. The audio is a little rough on those videos, but they're in a place. You can check those out if you so wish. We have WV Lumber and Co. We have the Blue Ridge Bunkhouse. Jimmy, that's how you say it. Settlers Ridge. Out behind the Burnt Book House of Somersville, right? The Burnt Book House, the first house on the right-hand side. Just out back, 3 of them back there. Right here, Big Al's Tattoo Parlor. The Fraternity Row, so the Pie House, one with the red door. If you go up the road towards the Etta side house, that's the one with the Nuka-Cola bedroom in it. It's the one with the blue door. If you go upstairs, the bedroom's a bunch of board games up there as well. Right here in White Springs, if we use the front door entrance, I like to call it here on the channel, you take a right up the stairs through the tavern, through the medical bay, through the big wide open area where the spawners are, and you just keep on going down. You'll see a big room down the end with a couple pool tables there. You'll see some NPCs in there, and there's some board games on some shelving. There's quite a bit of them down there, actually. I believe some board games down here at the Rapid Inn Camp at the Brown House. And another pretty decent spot I find is right here at the retreat. So many great spots for these board games here. Let's collect a board game out of this games cover just to show you how it works. So you see how having this games cover will just save you a whole whack of time. See how it counts there? Okay. Let's take a look at a couple of these locations. Let's pop to the Blue Ridge Bunkhouse here. Part of the forest area, nice neutral area. Close to Vault 76, free fast travel. And all you do is just walk in here. No, not bad, buddy. Walk up these stairs here. Right inside, and here's 3 board games here. We'll just grab the bottom one here. Just like that. Nice. All right, let's go somewhere else here. We're going to go to Somersville. We're going to go to the Burnt Book House just out back, as I mentioned. Just to show you guys a couple of locations. Why not, right? We get some time. Now, there will be some weekend ghouls here, but that's fine. We're just going to head out back. And there's our board games right there. Just like that. Okay. And we're going to go to the White Springs. We're going to use the front door entrance here. This one right here. Go right inside White Springs Refuge. Now, fun fact, back in the day, I actually had to unlist the video, but this used to be a hotspot for Mirelurks. Inside the house, along the water's edge, that graveyard used to be tons of Mirelurks here, those of you who remember. And I actually had to unlist that video because they had changed that in June 2023. They had changed several locations. Getting back to board games, as I mentioned, we're going to go right up the stairs on the right-hand side, through the tavern, through the medical bay, the big wide open area where the spawners are. We're going to keep on going. And there's that room back there with the pool tables, as I mentioned, right there. And there's our board games right here. Nice, there's a couple of them here we can actually pick up. Great little spot. All right, let's take a look at the last one here. Yep, last one. Cripple, Super Mutants Head 10. So again, many great spots we can find Super Mutants here and around the wasteland. Let's take a look here together. We have Grafton, Courtyard of Eastern Regional Penitentiary, Grafton Dam, Grafton Steel, and Grafton Steel Yard. Probably the first Super Mutant you come across is right here at the north kind of a lookout, but there's usually only 3 of them there. Good old Newgad, we have Wade Airport.
I can't believe we've got a bird.
Of course, Huntersville, that guy's talking really loud. Baltic Research Center, again, inside and outside, that's a fantastic spot. The General Steakhouse. Grindstone Arch, Research Site Saxony, so many great spots there. Now, of course, we will have to cripple the Super Mutant's head. Okay, so let's go to a spot here, Jimmy Boy. Let's go to good old Grafton Dam. Nice little spot here. These guys are pretty squishy. Now, if you come up here and the event is going on up here, there'll be even more Super Mutants that are up here as well. Now, you can free game for these guys if you so wish, free game for the heads. If you can do that, not a problem. If you do use VATS, there's a perk card that will help you out, is Under Perception. Now, if your perception is 5 or higher, they kind of changed this several months ago. If your perception is 5 or higher, you don't really need this card anymore, Concentrated Fire. But if your perception is lower than 5, you will need this. And this allows you to move your VATS around from head, torso, arms, and legs. Okay, so the challenge is where we have to cripple limbs. That comes in very handy. But for this one here, for heads, this one here is pretty simple to do. We're in feral mode here right now. I'm actually going to take some aid here, and we're actually going to switch to this weapon here. There we go. And we're going to go for the head. Do some headshots here. Got my head, yeah. Now, not all weapons are created equal when you're trying to cripple. As I've always kind of mentioned to you guys, most ballistic weapons are pretty good. Plasma caster, plasma rifle, bow and arrow, crossbow. Brother Bear, what happened? And dog food caps. What was I saying? Drill, if you have like power armor on, or like a tank build like myself, for example. Bow and arrow, crossbow, I think I mentioned those already. But you guys have seen me do this, you know, day in and day out, week per week, and not all weapons are created equal when you're trying to cripple, that's for sure. Do we have one more? We have one more of these cats here. We just need one more. This little magazine there, guns and bullets. You see a little game in there, Gragnot, the Ruby Ruins. Yeah, we don't have that one. Let's grab that. Nice. Do not have that one. All right, we need one more. But that is fine. Let's pop into Grafton. There's one right close by where we spawn in, so let's grab that cat. Shoot him in the head. Now, just a question for the melee players out there. I'm new to melee. Okay, I'm just kind of trying it out this past couple days. Can we cripple? Can we cripple? Is it wise to cripple using melee as compared to, you know, a weapon like this, for example? Right? Do you just have much luck? You guys recommend it? Just let me know in the comments what you guys think. There we go. Just like that. I think we're done. Let's get out of this, get out of Dodge here. Let's take a look. We are. Perfect. Let's head back to our camp here and take a look at weapon of the day. Oh, that's nice and quick. Now that 14-second stuff. Ain't nobody get time for that. All right. Where's the main weapon we have been using? This guy here, Furious Power Fist. Plus 5% damage per onslaught slack. Plus 9 max stacks. Plus 50% limb damage. Plus 3 endurance. Furious Crippling Endurance. I have no upgrades. Only 2 mods you can get for this guy anyway. So we've been mainly in the feral mode. But took some chem there, so we are out of feral mode, so we don't get that buff of plus 150% strength, okay, or whatever it's called. So we're down to 463 damage. But if you want to see us in feral mode, check out the daily challenge video. I think it was like 690 something for the damage. We're in full feral mode there. We use this one here for a short period of time. The Quad Suppressed Assault Rifle, plus 300% ammo capacity, plus 50% critical damage, plus 15 bonus fast critical charge, plus 25% armor penetration. Quad Vital Lucky Hit. Hardened receiver, stabilized short barrel, aligned stock, piercing magazine, reflex sight dot suppressor. Default appearance, 197 damage, 556 ammo, single fire. This cat here. The cards that we've been using, again, nothing real special here. As I mentioned, the last couple of days using a melee weapon, which I don't normally use. I don't have a whole lot of melee cards because I was always like a rifleman build for the longest time. And like a lot of those cards I had scrapped over the years, right? So I don't have a whole lot of them. This is what I've been using. You know, we get some pretty good numbers there. Legendary perk cards, these don't change for me. Very happy with them. And as you can see, they're all maxed out. Armor. We have the Aristocrats Ultralight Secret Service left arm. Chameleon Ultralight Secret Service left leg. Mutants Ultralight Secret Service right arm. Resistance Secret Service under armor. Troubleshooters Ultralight Secret Service right leg. Vanguard's Jetpack Secret Service chest piece. Good stuff. Yeah, so there you guys go. Another one down. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, and share when you have the chance. It really helps me out. I'd like to thank my channel members, Artistically Arranged, Michael Edwards, Nigel Wiffen, Heather, Whitetribe, Mr. Shelton, Drake Stamps, NotMeButMeYesMeThatsMe, Drew Angel, Waywarner, John, DJ59, Picquerist, Grant Tretno, Tony Watson, Felix the Cat, Benny Bunny, AJ Fultz, Adolfo Perez, Ozzy's 1, Ricardo 186, Eric R. Shepard, Zach M. Thank you all so very much. And I hope you all have a nice day.